We are all born with 5 senses: hearing, vision, smell, taste, and touch. What if you woke up one day and realized you have lost 3 of those senses? How would you train your mind to overcome this loss? I'm not an expert, not a scholar. I'm a survivor. I speak from my experiences and what they have taught me. 8.5 years ago, I met with a head injury that left me bereft of 3 senses: hearing, smell, and taste. I was told I'm lucky, but I didn't feel lucky. We all take our sense of smell for granted, but for me, it was a major challenge. I had a flourishing career in the perfume industry. In my previous life, for over 13 years, I have been a sales manager, perfume trainer, and a brand manager for luxury brands like Givenchy, Sisley, Cartier, and Issey-Miyake, to name a few. I was also known as a sniffer dog who could easily identify a fragrance from a distance. Now, I wouldn't know if you hadn't showered for days. Or if I was applying makeup in a stinky toilet, or if there was a gas leak in my house, or my food had gone off. Our olfactory nerves are interconnected. So, with the sense of smell, you also lose your sense of taste. Earlier, I lived to eat. Now, I don't care as long as my food is colorful and appealing. I also lost my hearing. I'm currently dependent on hearing aids. The sounds that I hear are not as clear and natural as normal hearing. I'm still adjusting. I often feel lost when I'm in a group or in an open space when I cannot participate in conversations like you guys. I can only hear you if I'm looking in your eyes. I cannot hear if someone is talking behind my back, but that works perfectly fine for me. Don't we all face adversities, disabilities, physical, emotional, internal for some? How do we overcome these challenges and lose our inhibitions? I don't think I can do this. I am not good enough. This looks impossible. What if they make fun of me? And in this process, we often limit ourselves to do the things that we are good at or what others think we should be doing and restrict ourselves from trying something new. Living with these disabilities has affected me in many ways. I've felt left out and incomplete. I grieved for many years. I'm now in the final stages of grieving, acceptance. It still hits me hard when I think about I will not be able to know the scent of my baby. But I will move on. I have learned few lessons, and one thing is for sure. Back in 2011, after the accident, I couldn't find much research on loss of these 3 senses. And somewhere online I read, if you lose one sense, your brain makes the space available for other senses. For days I tried to focus on my vision and touch, but nothing changed. I'm still wearing glasses. Some more readings told me that your brain rewires itself to make space and boost other senses. I'm still waiting. In this process, I have learned a very valuable lesson. We don't need to lose our senses to rewire our brains. We can exercise our brains to unleash our 6th sense And guess what? We can all do it. I have always been a dreamer, and I think visually. So I created this empty space, imaginary empty space in my brains, exactly like a flatmate who has left, and now I have a lot of space to play with. I developed a capability of hyper-focusing on things and segregate them into folders so that I can organize the space better. My folders are called Impossible Things and Bullshit. Thank you. I'll show you how you can say bullshit in sign language. And I'd like you to repeat after me. That's bull, and that's the shit. Okay. The impossible things folder is I wish I could, or I would be so happy if I could. The bullshit folder's task is to be mindful of the silent can't do's, my negative feelings, emotions, and other people's judgments. A smile appears on my face when I do secretly the bullshit dance in my head when someone passes any negative comments. Another task of this folder is to keep a track of repetitive emotions and feelings and put them into a recycle bin. Once a month, this recycle bin is reviewed and it goes as shift delete. This activity gives a deep understanding of how hidden barriers affect our growth. And as a result of this learned behavior, I was able to achieve many impossible things. Take a moment and think about what would you like to put in these two folders? A quote from Carl Newport, Deep Work, says, by focusing on a special skill, you are forcing that specific relevant skill to fire again and again. The circuit fires again and again. It's true and it works. Two impossible things from my folder were, first, I wish I could study abroad and do my master's. The reasons, the BS I told myself was, I don't think I can do this. I have failed twice in my bachelor's. I now have a head injury, I'm on medications. I don't have money. The result, I focused. Within a year, I achieved 3 international scholarships. I also received an invitation to be a part of the Golden Key International Honor Society. Second impossible thing, I wish I had abs. I don't have them now. Oh, well, I will get them soon, but I was almost there. Yeah. And the BS I told myself was, I don't want to be an Instagram model. I am not the gym person. I don't think I can do this. But the result, I lost over 15 kgs, and I feel fitter than I was at 20. So, should we just focus on the things we are good at? Or should we push our limits and try the unknown? How should we transcend our limitations? We all have that secret list. I wish I could. So, how about you take a few seconds to write down 2 impossible things that would go in your folder and the bullshit that you've been telling yourself. You can write now. there is another secret ingredient that goes in this recipe, for which I would like you to do an activity. I'd like you to close your eyes for 15 seconds and think of a person, a pet, a thing, or an activity that you adore, you love, you enjoy doing, or that brings you lots of happiness. I will know when I see a smile on your face. You can close your eyes now. Now, I want you to capture this emotion. Copy-paste this moment when you see yourself in the mirror, first thing in the morning. I want you to look at your face, look at yourself with love, with aroha. Make it a habit, make it a routine. Have a sacred correspondence with yourself. Because how and what we communicate in the privacy of our own minds plays a crucial role in how we perceive ourselves and how we wish to be perceived by others. Training our minds to use words of encouragement act as a powerful tool to transcend our limitations and empower ourselves to achieve what we desire. This internal dialogue is a key to create and manifest our future. A dialogue that I created for myself is, I am a star. S, situation. In any given situation. T, task. I complete my task. A, action. I take necessary action. And R, I achieve excellent results. I want you to repeat after me. I am a star. Thank you. If you do this every day, or any dialogue that you create for yourself, it's going to be something that stays with you all day. I have now stopped researching and reading articles on getting my senses back. Because the last article I read said, loss of sensory function leads to cognitive decline, which I choose to put in my which folder? So, we don't need to lose our senses to unleash our sixth sense. We just need to vacate some space so we can know what our sixth sense is. So, what is your sixth sense going to be? Thank you.